Took the absolute worst way to get up there. That ramp just seemed so nice, and I realized it took like 30 seconds longer than I should have. Sorry about that. So the last show I did a few weeks ago, I accidentally said some stuff I wasn't thinking, and some people may have gotten offended by that. If you're here, I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I'm very sorry for what I said. I will not apologize, though, for making fun of the couple who was making out the whole time. I stand by my statements that if you come here and make out, you deserve to be made fun of. Sticking with that. No couples making out right now, which is nice, but also kind of disappointing, because it was just so much fun making fun of that. If there's any feminists in here, I apologize as well for being a man. I'm sorry. Trust me, if I could have chosen, probably still would have gone with being a man. We just kind of got the better end of it. I have family history of cancer, and I've also got family history of heart disease. So that's going to be a fun one when I get older. Kind of like, what's going to get them? Going to be cancer or heart failure? All right, man. And I'm pretty sure that whichever one happens first, the other one's going to show up. Like, I'm going to get a heart attack and go to the hospital. The doctor's going to be like, do you know you have cancer as well? And be like, I knew it! The showdown of the century, man. They're both here. Which one will win? Find out this Sunday. Who knows? I don't know when I'm going to die. But with the way I eat, though, I'm also at risk for diabetes, like really bad. You know, like it's just gonna happen if I don't take control. That's the real reason I grow out my mustache. I'm pretty sure Wilford Brimley's gonna kick the can soon, and I'm just gonna audition for his spot when they're looking for the filler. You know, that's just, I'm gonna be the new face of diabetes. Yeah, I love how the weather has finally been getting nicer. Can we just get a hand for the good weather finally being here? Oh man, that one felt like it took forever, didn't it? I thought I was never going to see the sun again, you know. Snow is just going to be part of our life, you know, but it's getting nice. I almost walked to campus the other day. I almost walked to campus the other day in shorts. And I got about, 10 steps out and realized, and I had to turn back and put on pants because, we have to look professional here, because that's what businesses are looking for. What students wear pants to class. I just want to meet the business that's legitimately going, all right, we got candidate A and we got candidate B. Tell me about candidate A. Went to a very good college, very well respected, lots of good grades, did very well. All right, and tell me about candidate B. He wore pants to class. As opposed to shorts? Yes. Even in the summer? Yes. I like that dedication. This is why I don't recruit out of Florida. I'm not ripping on Florida. I think Florida's great. Sometimes. I'm not allowed, they told me I wasn't allowed to make honor code jokes, so I just need to clarify that wasn't the honor code, that was dress and grooming standards jokes, so different things. I had a buddy the other day on Facebook. He came out of the closet. He admitted that he was gay, and there's a lot of love and support for that, and it was so great that he got that, because that is a very tense time for people like him who need to address that issue. And it was great. I loved that there is so much overwhelming love and support, because that's the society we need to live in. We need to just be loving of everyone, and I wholeheartally believe that. But part of me was also very sad that this had to be a courageous moment for him. That he was, that it's scary. It's kind of scary to come out of the closet and admit that you're gay, even in today's age. And it shouldn't be that way. Because do you know how fabulous gay outing parties would be if we were all just loving of it, Oh, Mike's coming out of the closet? No way! Heck yeah, I'm going to that party. Who's catering? You know what? Don't tell me. I want to find out there. It'll be so great, It's just, it's the world I want to live in right there. Anyone see Beauty and the Beast, the new Beauty and the Beast? All right, don't tell me about it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't want it spoiled. I want to know what happens. I met a guy who said he refuses to go see that movie because they have a gay character in there, right? LeFou or LaFell, I don't know his name. The guy who loves Gaston, So he refuses to go see it, and it's just like, dude, get over yourself. He was always gay. Nobody sings that many things about Gaston without being a little gay. Yeah, it's just gonna happen, you know? It was always that way, it's just official now, but it always was. My parents are here tonight. My parents came from Provo, Utah. They're here. Come see me tonight, and then they're there for me because I have a fashion show that I'm presenting at tomorrow as well. It looks like a lot of the fashion crew is back there too, so come to that if you're free. That's 1 to 4 at the Heart Gym. And that's your free advertisement. That's not part of my set. My parents are here. Here's a story they haven't heard before. So a few years ago, they were missionaries in the Philippines, and on my birthday, they sent me a gift through Amazon. It was a DVD of The Sandlot. I already had the DVD of The Sandlot. In fact, my mother got it for me for my birthday a few years earlier. No big deal, they sent a gift receipt, so I was just gonna return it and, just use that to buy some other DVD. I don't know. And so I went on to Amazon customer support, and I was refunded the $4 if I sent it back, but the shipping cost $5. So for my birthday, I owed Amazon $1. Best birthday ever. My father is obsessed with deer. And it's kind of weird because he didn't grow up in a city or a place that's not near deer. He grew up in Montana, where there's deer everywhere. And he's obsessed with them. In fact, they recently moved to Provo, and at their house there's a lot of deer that's just outside. And my dad will randomly just get up, no context, he'll just get up, go outside and count the deer. And he'll come back in and he'll be like, 14. You don't even have to ask what the number means. You just know Dad was out counting deer. Even weirder though is when we're driving, he loves to point out deer when you're driving. One time we were about to go to St. George, and we hadn't even made it out of the neighborhood yet. And he comes to a complete stop and goes, oh, look, there's a deer over there. Do you guys see the deer? No, I could not see the deer, but I knew where this was going. You see, he wasn't going to move the car until everyone in the car had seen the deer. So I said, oh yeah, would you look at that? Because it's a deer, that's your normal reaction. My mother could not see the deer. And she said, I don't see the deer. So we had to wait for my father to point over at some bushes where the deer was before making our 4-hour journey to St. George. Great start. Yes, dear, yeah. I was at BYU last weekend. I went down to Provo for some stuff, and while I was there, I went to a BYU baseball game, which was really fun. I love going to baseball games. Watching baseball on TV, awful. Going to a baseball game, wonderful. You know why? Because anyone come from a major league city where you got a major league team nearby? There's 4 hands. Oh, more than that. All right. There's nothing better than the drunk guy who's trying to start the waves. All right, best section ever. Gonna do the wave on 3. 1, 2, 3, and nobody does it, and he's just oh, come on, we're gonna do it now. We're gonna do the wave, and this happens for 10 more minutes before someone joins in, and then it goes everywhere, and he's the section celebrity, he's he started the wave, man. It's even more fun at BYU because they do that sober. No alcohol involved. They're just yeah, let's start the wave, and you're you're weird, man. There's 40 people here. We're not on television or commercial break. But one thing they were doing at this game is they were celebrating 19 years of BYU being the stone cold sober university. The #1 stone cold sober university. And here's what they were doing to celebrate that. They were giving out chocolate milk to people in the stands. And they created chocolate milk drinking games. If the batter gets walked, take a sip. Base hit, take a sip. Home run, take a chug. BYU is so sober, they wish they were drinking. And you know, it kind of makes me upset that they're the Stone Cold Sober University, because I think we can beat them on that. I don't know how BYUI has never gotten considered for this one, but I think this is our year. We can dethrone the king. You know, because like BYU is just kind of better than us at everything, and I just want one thing to be better than them at, you know? Like, I would love for BYU to get upset that they didn't get Stone Cold Sober School of the Year for 20 years in a row because we came in, you know, and like took it from them. Because, you know, like rankings, BYU national ranking is like 68 in the nation or something like that. BYU Idaho, our highest in any that I could research, is like 671. You know, or like BYU, their business school, is 17th in hiring. That means there are only 16 other schools that have a better chance of guaranteeing you a job than BYU. That's amazing. You know, if you go to BYU Business School, you have a great chance of getting hired. At BYU Idaho, we wear pants. You know, like, so I just want to beat them at something, you know. I do love visiting Utah, though. Utah's a great place to be. Lately, Utah's been doing this big push to like ban pornography in Utah and make it illegal, which don't know how that's going to work, but they're trying. You know, because in Utah, they've got problems like air pollution that's choking people and making them sick, so they're going to fight it by banning pornography. You know, and here's the thing. If people are in on this, like, I just want all the mothers to know that if you're in on this, if you're gonna do this pornography ban, that's got to include The Bachelor. It's got to go. It promotes fake love. It's not real. It invokes feelings that aren't real. You know, The Bachelor, it's got to go. And I don't think they're ready for that. I don't think they're ready to get rid of that. But it's not real. 20 seasons, only 2 couples are still together. The other ones just wanted to be on television. You know, so it's there's another group that's really big behind this push. You've probably heard of them. They're called Fight the New Drug. It's this group that's like aggressively trying to combat pornography, you know, because we've learned in the past that aggressive campaigns work. You know, like DARE program. Thank goodness I was never part of that, because it's proven that kids who were part of the DARE program were more likely to take drugs when they're older. This is studied and proven. You know, or the Truth campaign, that's funded by tobacco, believe it or not. I'm just really happy Fight the New Drug isn't trying to fight cancer, because that just make it so much worse, you know. Fight the New Drug, they're trying to combat pornography, but they don't want it to go. They don't, and here's why. Because all they want to do is sell t-shirts. That's all they're doing. Look at their Instagram page. Buy our shirt, buy our shirt, buy our shirt. Here's an assembly we did where we probably sold shirts. You know, and like their big shirt, a lot of you guys have probably seen it, says porn kills love. I want to meet the designer who thought that was a smart idea. You know, sitting there in the design room like, all right, what are we gonna do? Let's try to end pornography. Let's make a shirt that says porn on it. What? Yeah, right at the beginning. So anyone who's actually addicted, they'll just get triggered right off the bat. And you know, it doesn't matter what else it says after that. And the location of porn, really? Come on, man. Right across the chest? Look, if I was a woman, I'm just saying, I wouldn't want the word porn written right across my chest. Associations, people. Kittens, Hitler, puppies. Which word did you notice? Probably wasn't kittens, because kittens is the worst of those 3. Associations, man, associations. You know, it's like it doesn't matter what else is written. You see porn and you're just like, well, any addict, any person who's actually struggling with this, he's gonna see porn and he's just gonna be like, well, okay, here, I'm gonna go back to my room. You know, like that's all they're gonna do. Even worse, they have one that's even worse than that shirt though. Thank goodness it's not super popular. They have one that's even worse than that shirt. It says love takes 2. So for any single people out there, sucks to suck. You don't get to know what love is. You're not allowed. You know, because some guy who got caught looking at porn by his wife started a company and he hates you. I don't know if that last part's true, but it kind of sounds like it, doesn't it? Wouldn't surprise me. You know, and like, here's the thing. They can't do this aggressive thing. They can't be so aggressive because all they're doing is segregating. They're creating this elitist group of people against a group of people who are struggling with something. They're separating people. They're making a mountain out of this. And mountains are hard to climb. And even harder when the campaign targets you and says you're terrible for even being on that mountain. Porn is bad. I'm not here telling you that pornography is a good thing. There's a lot of things that will say that it's bad for you. Prolonged exposure causes people to be depressed, with lots of like self-evaluation problems and self-esteem problems. It promotes these immoral actions and thoughts of love, of things that bring humans together. A lot of things it promotes are dangerous and impossible and drive people apart more than it brings them together. It's awful. But fight the new drug. They create a mountain out of it. And they wear these shirts that say, we're not on the mountain. And so these people who are on the mountain, they want to get off, but they don't see love from other people. They feel outed. They feel like they're separate and that they don't belong. So even if they do get off the mountain, they have no one to go to. We need to get rid of it. But this aggressive campaign, we can't do that because it doesn't work. If pornography really is evil, let's treat it like we treat other evils. Hitler, Kim Jong-un, the devil. History Channel gives us just enough to know that Hitler was evil. The rest of the exposure of Hitler is usually the same video clip of him getting angry that Wendy's canceled the spicy chicken nuggets. We make fun of North Korea, but we don't make fun of North Koreans. In fact, there's an enormous amount of love and support for North Koreans and people who try to get out. The devil. Watch the sketch of Will Ferrell trying to teach Garth Brooks how to play the guitar as the devil, and tell me that's not one of the funniest things you've ever seen. We need to make fun of porn, but not the people who view it. We need to show love. We can't do this separation anymore. We can't separate ourselves and create elitist groups against each other. We just got done with Trump and Hillary, and that's done enough damage to our country. We need a nation of love. We need to show support for each other. And we can't make porn seem so big that it can't be conquered. Dumbledore taught us in the first book that we can't treat Voldemort like he's the biggest evil because then he will be. We learned that in the first book. Come on, I know we're all Potter fans here. Let's listen to Dumbledore. Let's create a space of love. And most of all, space of love. And when you see someone wear a shirt that says porn kills love, tell them you have it backwards. Love kills porn is what we should be saying. Show love for everyone, struggles or not. There is no mountains, there is no separate groups. There's just us people. And most of all, we need to stop wearing shirts that say porn on it. Come on! All right, thank you very much. Woo!